a cup full of syrup or something, you know, the sweetener thing that they water down, and then go home and just add water, and they can have like 20 cups of whatever, and then the higher ups are like, hey, don't do that. And then they're like, ah, don't do that. Hey, don't do that.
Let's have dinner.
Okay, I'm gonna color this normally first. Your friend waters down Coke? Well, then I guess he gets more Coke per Coke. Good for him? I guess? Yidge? This 97-year-old diner still serves Coke the old-fashioned way. This is a place in New York called the Dining Chungus. They still serve Coke the old-fashioned way. I don't think I have never had a pumpkin spice latte in my whole life. Because I also don't really, I think it doesn't have a lot of cinnamon, and I don't really like anything cinnamon related. Don't like cinnamon. This diner still serves Coke the old-fashioned way. Don't like cinnamon. What is star anise? I don't know what a star anise is. Sounds like a Pokemon though. Is there still no laughing in the art section? Yeah, there's no laughing allowed. I know someone named Anus. Well, I think he was named Anus. Maybe he was named something else. To be honest, I don't really remember. And then he like watched somebody get stabbed because of gang-related activity or something. I think his name was Anise. I wonder if he's still alive. I think he was in my sister's grade. I think it's really weird, and then now that I think about it, it's really weird that my sister's only 2 years older, but she feels way older. But then I've like hung out with people that are like 10 years older, and they don't feel that old. And your perception of your sibling is so strange. Your older siblings will always be your older siblings. Watting? Nah. Nah. Does she have a partner that's way older? No, I don't know. Watting? She's married and nobody's getting married this day and age. Who the F is getting married? No, I'm not close with my sister at all. We're like coworkers. I'm not. Oh shit, my fucking drinking cap fell out and I almost spilled water everywhere. Glow in the dark pasties, red wine. I think as much as polarizing as the definitions of extrovert and introvert is, I am truly an introvert. I really don't like talking to people. Like, I get so tired. I literally feel my stamina running out. It feels like when you play a gacha game and you have like limited energy to do your tasks so that you could get upgrade materials, and like every conversation is like -5 and I only have like 30. And then I go nonverbal. It takes so much effort. Maybe, I think that might be why I love to troll her. Because then at least I'm not bored. Extroverts recover stamina by talking to people, yeah. That's why if you're ever going to an outing, you have to make sure you have an extrovert with you so you can just let them talk. That's what I do with John. Just take him to places so that he could yap for me. John is a people person, yeah. Yidge. I think when I walk in a fog door and a health bar appears, I think part of it comes from like I also just like genuinely don't care about a lot of stuff. If I just meet someone and I'm not really interested in them as a person, it's hard, and I don't care. I just cannot give a shit to continue the conversation. Yeah, maybe it's because I'm evil. Can't find a hoot. No hoots or hollers. Too many gaffs. Too many gaffs. The difference between talking to someone 30 minutes talking on stream for 10 hours? Well, talking on stream, you're just talking about like nothing. It doesn't really fucking matter what you talk about. You're playing a game at the same time. Whereas if you're at a social function and it's your first time meeting someone, you have to like maintain social appearances and expectations to feign interest and have like establish rapport and talk just for the sake of talking and like upkeep friendliness even if you don't really give a shit. You can't just like walk away in the middle of the conversation. What happens if you're just honest with them? That's called being an asshole. You can't really do that. It's just like, you can do that, but it's just kind of an asshole thing to do. It's like it's like to me it's like you have to maintain a spell, and I'm running out of mana gem. Thanks, gloomy frown. You have to like keep that spell casting up, or the structural integrity of the spell would fall apart. Yeah, conversation is a channeling spell. It is. I'm out of mana. And then there has been a lot of times recently where someone's like having a conversation and I'm just like part of the conversation, and then after a certain part I'll be like, this is the part where I can QTE a dialogue. This is the relevant dialogue I can QTE, but I don't want it because I'm too lazy. So then I just sit there. I'm tired. I'm lazy and tired. Bye bye. Just, yeah, let's set time out. Too lazy to talk. Oh, jeez. They will remember this. Unskippable cutscenes. The altars was pretty good. Yeah, I like it because I mean I actually find resource management sim games kind of fun. I feel like RimWorld. Initiates combat. Abidabi. Wadababi. Yabudabadadabi. Badu babi. Badu babi. Abu Dhabi. I'm gonna turn the AC off. Buddy, Bobby. Buddy, Bobby. Always. Start sneezing when I turn on stream. Badu baby. Badu baby. Altars was pretty good. Gonna continue playing it later. In a couple hours. I have to do a giga-long stream tomorrow though. Like super long. Cause the sponsor at 10 AM, so I'm just gonna stream until then. Cause I don't give a hoot. Hello Hune. Yeah, 10 AM, goodness. Greetings. I'll just consume a lot of caffeine. Has I ever given a hoot? Yeah? I've given a hoot when someone misinterpreted my understanding of a gaming narrative. That's when I really give a hoot. Yeah, me when I don't give a hoot. 90% of the time. Me when I give a hoot about something that I think that I care a lot about, that talks about like game RC, and then you have to make sure that you know that, dude, otherwise you're not misunderstanding my points. The last two really nice conversations I had with people that I didn't know that well was about games before I got interrupted. It was with my best friend Brian, who absolutely exists, and it was Shroud. We were interrupted. My best friend Brian, he exists. He's real. I mean, he doesn't know that he's my best friend, but we had a nice discussion about Night Rain. Israel? Oh no, not Israel. My best friend Brian. With an I or a Y? I don't know, I didn't have subtitles on when I talked to him. Amateur mistake. Sorry, my bad. Beep boop. Beep. Beep boop beep. Beep boop. Beep boop. I'm literally too even lazy to read that. I'm too lazy to read that. Oh, whatever, man. What are I doing? I'm not reading all that. Too lazy to read plus too lazy to respond. No hooch. No hoot mode activated. What? I don't know what Hooters Airlines is. Is that a... I don't know if that's still a thing. I didn't even know that was a thing. Is it just for like big titty stewardess? Whoops. Yeah, people don't... Only boomers go to Hooters. Or like young people going there as a joke. People don't really... I think the younger generation doesn't seem to fuck with like weird boomer establishments. Cause you know, we're woke and stuff. Woke got rid of boobies. Bleh. It's just weird. Yeah. Boomers are pretty fucking weird. I think anybody who's worked in a restaurant or cafe or whatever that had to serve the Sunday boomer crowd would know exactly the disparity between older generations treating customer service workers and younger generations. No one likes the Sunday crowd. Oh, that reminds me of the old guy at the Thai restaurant that was like grabbing the waitress's legs. He looked like he was like 70 or 80 or something. And he was like, wow, you look like you have such strong legs. Wow, you run a lot? And just started like grabby hands. It was really weird. Being held hostage and forced to have your bonus locked in, yeah. You have to deal with creepy boomers at your job. Because you're trying to pay rent. Yippee! Trees? Trees? No trees? 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 Trees. Need trees nearby. I agree, Sif. One job he had a guy tell you you should dress more to his liking to impress guys like him. Ew. The only time it's acceptable to take how you're dressing, like, dressing standards is in The Devil Wears Prada. They're like, I have a closet of clothes you can borrow from my archives. And you show up wearing fucking archival McQueen 2008. Cerulean blue. Is commission? No. Just for fun. The sweater is from Luudan, Ludan. Things economic crash. Green is too green. Lad bun? That's not what I said. Dumge? Dumge? Thanks, Bambi DG. La boo boo. I saw a lot of people get defensive about Labubu's being made fun of now. I guess we're coming full circle. Do I like Labubu? No, I think I think people that deflect all criticism of Labubu being such a perfect epitome example of late stage capitalism and following trends by deflecting and saying, well, you should just let people like what they like. No, actually, the reason why a lot of people like it is only because other people like it and because it's popular. You can't really, like, if you're just gonna deflect the criticism by saying, well, you're like, stop being miserable, letting people like what they like. It's like, no, there's like a serious conversation to be had there about this rancid, just like overconsumption of something just because other people like it. Isn't that how most popularity works though? Yeah. But that doesn't mean it's not open to criticism because Labubu, our most popular things, people fighting over, stabbing each other, getting in fist fights in front of stores. Do you think people are getting fist fights in stores over something like Crocs that are also popular? No. There's a fucking spectrum of which it passes that popularity, it gets to like a ridiculous point. So you can't just simplify like what is seriously wrong about Labubus and go like, well, it's popular. Most people like it because it's popular. It's like, no, there's a fucking serious issue with it. But at the same time, it's not that deep. I don't like, who fucking cares? At the end of the day, if people want to like it, they can like it. But I think it's like, there's like some serious shit that you gotta, there's like some serious introspection that you gotta do about it if you are obsessive about it. That's what I think. Maybe I'm just woke. I don't know. Wokuga. Labubu posting. Yeah, I saw someone make a little meme about Labubus, and then other people started dogpiling them, going like, "Girl, why are you making fun of Labubus? Like, you should let people have fun." But then, like, completely missing the insanity that it has. But whatever, it's not that deep. At the end of the day. Socials partially make people expect only stuff tailored to them to get defensive with stuff challenges their comfort. I think it's also like people could get insanely attached to it because they are in denial about the fact that they have been conditioned to like something only because other people like it. And I'm not saying that's the case for everybody that likes Labubus, but for it to reach such a fucking insane critical point of like way too much scalping, way too much fighting over it, and way too much just straight up consumption of it. Some people are definitely in denial about the fact that they don't actually like it for what it is. They just like it because they want to be part of something and they only like it because other people like it. And then if you criticize that, they take that as an attack to them as a personality and them as a person because they have attached liking something that other people like to them without wanting to admit that to themselves. You know what I mean?
Hope I can't count to 30.
Things obsidian. Yeah, hoot mode. We've activated hoot mode. Because one of the defenses that I saw people using were like, "You're just jealous you don't have one" or something. It's like, no, no. Thanks, Jin.
Who out here hooting they horn?
So like a child's argument, yeah, pretty much. Well, yeah, I mean, not to play like semantic Sally here, but it's not even, it's not that I hate them, but I hate the fact that people are going apeshit over something that was so manufactured to just conformity, like the whole culture of having something just because lots of other people have it, not even necessarily because you like it. Another thing, I think Van Cleefs are fucking hideous. Like, you should not be buying Van Cleefs just because everybody else likes Van Cleef. Van Cleef to me look like fucking costume jewelry. That shit costing 5k for like a bracelet and like 15k for a necklace, that looks like fucking costume jewelry. Are you fucking serious? And people buying that shit left and right, like come on. No, that like it's just ugly. Don't buy something just because you think it's hype. Buy it because you like how it looks like. Which is why I bought this. And then another reason why I have such aversion to it is something that I mentioned when we were watching that like Labubu video or whatever. Is like coming from an artist community where a lot of tabling conventions, art, merch comes from people selling keychains, charms, badges, and patches and pins and whatnot. And people decorate their bags, their jackets, their denim jackets, their shoes with these personalized accessories because they're like, well, I like this anime, I like this show, I like this character, so I'm gonna decorate my bag with like those kinds of motifs. And then to have companies sell something to you just because everybody else says it's popular completely depersonalizes the culture of accessorizing, because Labubus are an accessory. People put them on their bags or whatnot. So, in a way, when you put when people are just only into something because it's popular, so they put it on their bag, it tells more than it tells more than the fact that they like Labubus. It tells that you only like it because it's popular and other people like it. So then it's such a like a counterculture of personalizing accessories is what I mean. The existence of Labubus and the way people go apeshit over that. It completely like to me completely counters what I think accessorizing should be. But God forbid you say that to anybody that is like just gonna deflect it and say, well, you're just jealous you don't have one, or like you're just mad other people are have one. Well, let people like what they like. It's like, well, you know, I think there's a little more to it, but okay. Yedge. At the end of the day, who gaff? You know? Who fucking gaff? It's not that deep. Are that Delibird flying? I don't know. I just took the screenshot I found. I think he just floats. Thanks, Holy Terror Truth. That's also all elite brands like Gucci. Counterpoint is brands, especially like high fashion designer brands, they usually have something that they make that are more catered to, I would say, the average person who enjoys consuming versus the average person who likes the craft. So I would say, for example, like to put it in specific examples, is Gucci will have custom gowns that they make for like obviously very elite clientele. And then at the same time, they'll sell like Gucci branded with the logo everywhere tracksuits to sell to the people that are like, look at me, I can afford Gucci, I'm wearing Gucci. But then there's also an in-between they have that is like, okay, this specific clothing we're wearing has a like nostalgic silhouette that references like 1980 archival wear, whatever. But for the most part, the loud kind of branding that a lot of these designer brands have are geared towards people that want to buy things because they want to show other people that they buy things. Yeah, they want to like market that. So when people are really into designer brands, you can kind of tell from like just looking at them whether or not they're into it for the name or for the craft, just off of the fucking article of clothing itself. Like, are they wearing something with a fuck ton of logos plastered all over it? Stuff like that. Oh yeah, high fashion and designer do kind of go hand in hand, but high fashion is more specific. Designer is more like, I would say, the slop. Yeah, that's fair. And that's why, despite being so popular, I don't think I own anything by Miu Miu because I just don't find any of their stuff that interesting looking. I think I do have a hat, but that's it. It was like a patchwork kind of checkered hat. I think that's it. I haven't found any of their bags or clothing particularly interesting. But Miu Miu is very popular. But because it's hard, even if you do have a lot of money, it's hard to justify buying something that just says Miu Miu. And it's just like a white shirt. Okay, congrats. Give me the fucking Kuntagon 5000. Funtissimo. And then that actually also comes in hand with the Labubu stuff, is buying something just because other people would perceive you as more like in with the trend versus buying something because you actually like it. And it all and then that also just boils down to personalization. How much of what you present in yourself through accessorizing and clothes is actually what you like, and not because you've been conditioned to think you like something because it's popular or expensive. So yeah, Stanley Cups, but Stanley Cups at least you could drink out of them, I guess. I don't know. They got some cool stuff now for long time's Baby Prada brand. No, Miu Miu, I mean, I've looked through their articles of clothes. I mean, they're fucking like, they fucking text me every time their shop drops something because I bought a hat from them. And I've looked through them for a lot of their clothes are just like, it didn't like, it just didn't really speak to me. It was just, I thought it was very okay. I didn't think it was revolutionary or interesting enough for me to justify paying that price for that clothing. Cause I do love shopping. I be shopping. I love shopping. But I'm so picky that I get sad if I didn't buy anything. But I won't buy something just to buy it. But I do love like buying stuff. But then I'm just so picky that I just end up not buying anything anyways. You think almost all high fashion stuff is pretty ugly? You won't buy it? You probably, I mean, if I ask you what you think high fashion is, you're probably gonna show me runway photos. Because chances are, the things that you buy off of Depop, Yes Style, whatever those are, they are watered down versions of specific high fashion designer, sometimes indie designer concepts. So for example, it's a good example. I think like camera bags. There's a lot of camera bags now because Acne Studios had this like square cube bag that ended up being really popular. So then it gets watered down and sold at H&M, which is literally the speech that I forgot what her name was, that the Devil Wears Prada says. Because these H&M, Aldo's, like Michael Kors or something. I don't know. These like H&M, Zara, and those places take something that is that's something like notable from a designer brands, and then they water it down and sell it cheaper. Yeah, so it applies to the handbags too, because as I started like seeing more specific brands, you start to notice the same like motifs that are trending, and then they add it. So I think recently, last year specifically, Sandy Liang and Simone Rocha was really popular, and it was the whole like bows, pink bows everywhere, pink bows and like cute pearls everywhere, and then you know, and then few weeks later, maybe like even a week later or 2 weeks later, because fast fashion has such a quick turnover of being able to make those trends and capitalize it so quickly, they immediately started lining all their shelves with like cutesy stuff, pearls, like hair clips, bows and pins and everything. And they can do that because that's what fast fashion, that's why it's called fast fashion. Or Zara the Issy, yeah. Or like ballets, yeah, they can capitalize on these trends so fast. Which is why another thing is, if you're buying things that are popular for the sake of being popular, instead of building on something that you like for yourself, you're gonna be constantly chasing trends because you didn't actually like bows. You just liked it because everybody else was wearing bows. Then you're gonna get bored of the bows and go like, well, I don't want to wear this anymore. I'm gonna throw all these out even though I only wore them twice. Then the next trend is like, I don't know, turtles. Oh, you really like turtles suddenly. Time to buy some turtle patterns. Oh, you don't like turtles anymore. Okay, next. I like turtles. That being said, these designer brands are also guilty of doing the same thing. Where some massive brands, like for example, I think Louis Vuitton does this, is they will see what's trendy and then immediately do like a massive pivot of their artistic direction to pander to what's popular. And to me, if designer brands are doing that and completely lose their identity to do that, I don't fuck with it. Because that means they are no longer doing something that they like, Like, because the creative director is no longer putting their sauce in the pot, they're cooking to what people like. And then to me, that loses value. Like, that's less valuable to me as a brand, because I was like, well, I used to like your stuff, but now that you're pandering, I don't like it anymore, because it's not unique. Thanks, Puffcito. Bag charms for hundreds of thousands and not dollars. Yeah, I talked about that too when we were watching the Labubu thing. It was like the whole point of people putting a bunch of charms on their bags is because they handpicked every charm. They handpicked everything that they like. They personalized it. But then when you sell that as like a pre-made bag of charms, that's so sad. It's so sad. Like, damn. LV is a mess. Yeah, LV is whatever, honestly. I think in my tier list they're probably like C tier. They're okay. Designer tier list. I don't watch enough fashion shows. I get bored. I think Louis Vuitton and Gucci in the past like maybe 10 years and Balenciaga. Balenciaga more so, but I think Louis Vuitton and Gucci has like fallen from their graces because fuck it, throw Chanel in there too. They have been, I think, being too catering. They're not really doing like crazy shit. They're just kind of cruising. Not that interesting. Maybe it's just my taste changed. I don't know. I wasn't really into like designer stuff when I was younger, mostly because I had no money. You're a victim to the Gucci belt? I think I was too young. I don't even know. Yeah, Chanel, I think Chanel is really ugly. All their shit looks like Russian trophy wife going skiing vibes. And yes, Chanel was a fucking Nazi spy. Their bags are like way more expensive than other Gucci Louis Vuitton bags too. Like their purses. And I'm like, for what reason? Chanel, yeah, Chanel is so grandma. Chanel is very grandma. Nah, I'm good. I think my favorite designer brands are usually like the tier 2 or 3 brands that are usually like way cheaper and not as well known, mostly probably because they're a little cheaper, because people like tend to gravitate to the more expensive things just because they're expensive. But like the tier 2 and 3 brands is what I would say, like just less mainstream ones. You'd have to kind of be a clothing head to know them a little bit more, like Mugler, a Tollinger, Kim Hikim, JQ, MSGM, Meow, Shushu Tong. Prada is okay. I think Prada is better than Louis Vuitton. Yeah, Vivienne Westwood is actually Vivienne Westwood is an interesting one because Vivienne Westwood is very popular. And they deservedly so, because they do have like a very cunty theme that they maintain. With their corsets, they're also really good at custom gowns. Their little like Venus motif is also really recognizable and cute. McQueen is also very good, but I think McQueen has a new they had a new fashion creative director in the last like year or so, because the previous fashion director or creative director was someone that worked directly under McQueen, and then she left. So now they have someone else. And their first show was not well received. And McQueen said something about when he killed himself, by the way, if you didn't know. He killed himself like 10 or 15 years ago. One of the reasons for someone asked him like how he comes up with like the clothing that he wears, like why he designs it. He says, "When I make clothes, I want." He says he basically, I'm paraphrasing, but he imagines a woman wearing them and it scares the people in the room when she walks in wearing those clothes. And I was like, that's fucking cunt. I need to find exactly what he said. Oh, he says, I want to empower women. I want people to be afraid of the woman I dress. And that's fucking cunt. So when you compare that to like Louis Vuitton slop, it's kind of a really high bar. How do you even compete with that? That's what fashion should be about. Contissimo. Condensation. Is that tea? Yidge. But yeah, I need to stop buying clothes because I'm running out of space in my closet to have all these nice clothes just to never wear them and go outside. Galliano? I have to look. Isn't he the... Wasn't he, there's something about him that was a little bit questionable, I recall. Yeah, he was found guilty of racist and anti-Semitic abuse and hate crimes. And that's the reason he got fired by Dior. And he went to make his own fashion brand. Oh yeah, Dolce and Gabbana, nah, there's a reason we didn't even mention them. They're not even on the fucking... They're not even in the same world, okay? Like, they are so just stinky, we don't even fucking acknowledge them. Okay, let's not forget the fucking nasty Dolce and Gabbana gaming shit that they sent people. Can you imagine finally getting a designer brand to like work with gamers and in the gaming streaming scene, and this is the fucking hoodie they send you and it just says good game and then on the side it says play, pause, high score, continue. And also my ex was sent this and we fucking threw that shit out because it was so ugly. The texture was also like this weird, I mean, I don't know, it's just the texture was not nice. It felt like the weird like plastic. I don't know. It was weird. It was god awful. I think they sent a bunch of streamers the thing, so people were probably excited because of the brand, but Dolce and Gabbana is fucking trash. Yeah, they're like Temu. Very polyester. Fucking trash. No thanks. Stink me when I'm gamer? Oh yeah, it's time to put on the gaming hoodie. And then I think they never did gamer stuff again. Thank God. Maybe it's better that way. Vivian Westwood's quality has declined. I wouldn't be surprised, but it's probably because of massive expansion and their popularity of the brand just like exploded in the past 5 years. I do give them some grace though, because they have still kept to their roots of making like they still have some edgy stuff back in the because Vivian Westwood used to make like super duper taboo sex themed things. But I think they did expand a little bit because of the massive popularity boost they got. I still think Vivian Westwood costume jewelry is way nicer than Van Cleef's because Van Cleef's are like 6,000, okay? Vivian Westwood jewelry is like 200. So in the courts of audacity, they're okay. They're not that bad. The bracelet drama of Van Cleef? No. I don't know what that is. Can't speak for the guys' fashion, but Vivian Westwood still has like really cunty corset and blouses. That I think are nice. Bracelet tarnish, and they had terrible customer service. Well, that's what they get for buying Van Cleef's. Van Cleef and Arpels Pog O. They make some of the best jewelry in the game. I'm not like super duper into jewelry, but I think that's pretty much what they're known as, yeah. I don't even think I've seen their other jewelry ever. Like, only the Clovers, pretty much. I think that's their mass selling point. Never worn jewelry, always scared of getting mugged? That happened to a streamer. He wore like a 20k chain, sparkly chain, to some music festival and got jumped and it was ripped off his neck. And respectfully, people were like, bro, why did you wear a 20k chain to a shitty ass festival, bro? There's esports players. Oh yeah, there was like a bunch of esports Valorant players that went to Brazil and they were like wearing all their rich watches and jewelry and like designer clothes, and then they got jumped. Or robbed, I think. Why would you bring that to attorney? Cause flex. These esports players spend 4 times their mortgage on a car payment and own no property. I think it is a massive red flag when a new money person, especially an esports person, buys like a super like giga sports car. Because your career is only alive as much as you win and can maintain hype. You are so expendable. Even if your team's the #1 team of the year, next year no one could give a fuck about you. I mean, this just in, breaking news. Young people don't know how to manage their money. And pussy. Is it every sport? Yeah. But traditional sports are paid millions. Like, double-digit millions. Like, tens of millions. Esports players, at most, is probably like six-figure salary, but you have to be insane. Most people are not getting paid that. The story Super told about that dinner? What dinner? Was I there? Yeah, Pussy Manager 2025. Yeah, they just they just don't have a team next season. I don't know. The minimum most NFL are close to 7 figures. Yeah, they have much more safety net. They're flexing cash at the dinner table and shit. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That sounds like something esports players and streamers would do. Check out my new Rolex. Are financial advisors even necessary? I think most people, unfortunately, are not very good with money and like business stuff. I I don't have a financial advisor because I kind of just did everything myself. Like figured out my tax-free savings, my retirement savings, investment portfolio. I just put it all in myself. And then I have a managed portfolio. I have an accountant, but he's not a financial advisor. And then bada bing bada boom. Uh and I was like, so I don't know how like business smart other streamers are, but my ex had like 700K sitting in his bank account for like 2 years or something, just doing nothing. And I remember I was like trying to be like, you should invest or like put it somewhere so at least it's like your money is working for you and not just sitting there. And then they would always come up with an excuse to, I don't fucking know, honestly. Yeah, so it was just sitting in there. And I, you know, obviously didn't want to babysit him. So yeah. But, I guess it's just, it's not exactly common sense to have this kind of financial literacy and like business sense. He looks naked. He will get his tummy stripes when I'm done working on the background past a certain point. I mean, streamers and how they approach businesses, that's a whole different conversation too. For the most part, I think streamers should just stop doing weird shit because they don't know enough. Green. Has something like make more money? Yeah. Running a store is... I don't think she's gonna make... Like, her store realistically will not be turning that much profit. And it's gonna be way more effort than it's worth. For that amount of money. So then that means the missing equation is passion. Yeah, for the love of the game, yeah. Rug. Whatever, at the end of the day, who gaff? Who give a hoot? I dig Afghanistan. Down stocks, yeah. I made... I had stocks in the... What is it now? Nvidia? Oh, it went down. Yeah, I had Nvidia stocks from like when they were, I think, 20 USD, and then they went to like 135 and I sold everything. And I was like, I don't want to keep looking at this. I'm just gonna sell it all and put into my managed portfolio. I'm out. Bye. I don't want to stress over it. I don't want to be like, oh my god, it could keep going up. Oh my god, oh my god. You know, I don't want to do that. When did I buy those? I bought a lot of my stocks in 2020, 2020-ish, 2021, because that was when I started getting a lot of money in my bank. Don't ask me for stock advice. That's that's not my area of expertise. I'm just lucky. My portfolio, Tesla, oil, war, like weapons manufacturers, and nuclear manufacturers. Yeah. You got me, ass. Lockheed Martin. War. Literally free money. Like, it's just, I mean, obviously, but... So I'm just like thinking, I think like 5 sentences ahead, and then I'm like, should I even bother saying this? What's the point? I already came to a conclusion, and I feel like you all know. It's literally like a free money printer for you to be a high, like, a high profile person in corporate and politics or whatever, and then have a lot of stocks and weapons manufacturers, and then encourage war, and then fucking you just print money like that. That's fucked up, man. It's just fucked up. And then that will be like a talking point or a major plot point in so many games, and people will still advocate for war. Like civilians, people that have no stakes other than their lives and other human lives in the equation. They don't have a portfolio. They don't even need to lick the boot, but they still do. Bounce in a crazy style. People play games with plot points like that and still miss the point. How are people not? I don't know. I don't know. Video games have always been woke, man. Maybe they just like licking the boot for the taste of the boot, though. This is in it for the love of the game. Do not bounce in a crazy style for politicians. I think I will bounce on the crazy style today. Motherfucker, who do you think the Empire is? But Star Wars is just it's a story. It's a story. Oh, I mean, because I was taking money out of my bank, like massive amounts, when I started making my investment portfolio, the bank would call me after every time I made a large transfer. It was like, hi, I noticed you did a large transfer. Just letting you know we have investment, because they obviously want you to invest with the bank. They'd be like, hey, you know, we have a lot of options and like interest, like savings, whatever. If you have every time they would fucking call me every time, and then they started bothering my fucking dad because my dad went to the same branch or his local bank, and started asking my dad about me. I was like, leave me the fuck alone. Hey, girly, I noticed you're investing in another portfolio. Please, 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 please invest in us, please.
daph customer service.
Thanks, Valpo. That's true. Do all banks call you like that? You've never been called like that? It's probably because you're broke. No offense. Okay, it was tongue-in-cheek. But they would only call you if it's like a large transfer and they notice that you are starting to like cheat on them with basically another company. Then they're like, wait a minute. Come back. We also have options. Wait a minute, come back, please. They're like, I want in, girl. Any anime I'm watching? Does Andor count? Kind of it. Your bank called you when you spent money on Genshin? They thought someone stole your card in China. No, I get texts if I spend on gacha games. It's just like, are you sure this is you? You have to input this security pin or something. And I'm like, yeah. That to me. That to me. Didn't you putting please spawn responsibly? I mean, that reminds me of the thing that MapleStory puts in their games. Like, if you have MapleStory client open for a long time, for like after the 1 hour mark, every hour it'll say you have been playing MapleStory for X amount of hours. Please like play responsibly or like take care of your health or something. Yeah, no one is fucking giving a fuck. No one gaff. I think, what are they, just legally required to put that there or something? Who gaff? That's required for every game in PC rooms in Korea? Yeah. They got some giga gaming regulations. I'm lazy. Is it okay to pursue a career in the arts? Are you asking me if it's okay to make your life decision for you? Bitch, I'm not fucking answering that. Your life is not in my hands. I don't give a hoot. Your life is forfeit. That was weird. Just thought I'm the right person to ask? I don't fucking know you. Why the hell? What the fuck would I know about giving you advice to which branch of your life should you go for a major life decision? Fuck if I know. Yeah, I'm not even in the art industry, you dumb fuck. It would make more sense to ask someone who's actually in the industry. Who up choosing their life passions in a chat room? Who up asking a random streamer what to do with their major life decision in a chat room? I don't even do art for money, I just do it for fun. You never ask people for advice more often than not, they tell you shit to screw you over for the lols. I mean, this is true. If someone does come into my stream and ask me, like, earnestly for life advice, I will probably give them an answer just to fuck with them. And then if they take it seriously, that's on them. So Altars in an hour, Yidge. Who is this again? Oh, Lawrence. My boy Lawrence. You're in an altar every hour. Thank you, Sister Voltage. Deep Town. I think I stopped playing in like a little bit into Fontaine, and then I never finished the other half. And that was it. Bad morning, cause you're evil. Yeah, I like this. But I need more detail. That guy, what was his name again? Ludovic? Lumendich? Loof? The Boof? Oh, Nuvoletti. Yeah, that one. Loof, La Booby. I keep this as a reference. La Booby. Oh my god, big muscular daddy. Me when a new big muscular daddy releases in Genshin. The big muscular daddy in question. Oh my god, big daddy. He's huge. No, for me to have daddy status, he has to look like this. The cum gutters, can't forget those. Oh, he's wearing sweatpants. This is daddy. This is daddy status. Yeah, the cum gutters. There we go. Hey, we gotta give him a Giga Chad. He's gotta look like a Giga Chad. Oh, yeah, his neck just... There you go. This is my OC, please do not steal. He's bald though. I need to give him hair. Give him a mask too. Armed and dangerous. Give him a mechanical arm too. Actually, give him a gun while we're at it. It's Bucky from Marvel Rivals. And he's really angry. That's a boomerang? Oh, he's Australian. Again! Sebastian Stan? No, not Sebastian Stan. The Marvel Rivals one.
Dino dance. Assemble.
Boing, 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 boing. Daddy coded Pokemon? The really buff cockroach guy, I think? Thanks, PLL and a Miffy. What? There's this like really buff cockroach guy. But look at this picture I took of punching when John leaves. He just sits by the door like a fucking loser. Fucking. Kitchen, no. Play with him? No, I don't wanna. This could be John if he was a furry. Zen. Oh wow, they actually have like more buff men in Zenless Zone Zero. This is good. He passes the test. I like this drawing. Okay, he passes the test. Good job. Looks like Set from LOL with Flash alting that to pussy. Should you skip work and play gacha games? Yeah, you should. It's a really good idea.
Enjoy coming back here.
I think you see anyone defend Atomic Heart that isn't Russian? There's a lot of like gamers that are die-hard Atomic Heart stans. And the only fan art I've seen of Atomic Heart is like Gunnar porn drawings of the robot ladies. Like nothing about the world building, it's all just like boobs. Boob slop. boob slop. Yeah, boob slop. No, he says crispy critters, and a lot of people complained about it, and a lot of the people that were like, okay, the guy's voice lines are kind of annoying. And then people started going like, well, you can't criticize it being annoying because the devs actually went back and fixed it. But it's like, okay, what about the thousands of people that played it before it was removed? So they're not, like, their criticism is invalid now because they fixed it after everybody already finished playing it? Apparently they removed a lot of the half his voice lines. I don't even know. But people were glazing the story like it was, I mean, that game has some serious defenders. I had no idea people were that emotional about that game. Like, genuinely no idea people bounced on it that crazy style. Like, Omori, I understand. Yeah, they got some real shooters. What game? Atomic Heart. Because a bunch of them came out of the woodwork when Atomic Heart 2 was released, and I was like, yeah, the first game wasn't that memorable. It wasn't that good. And then they got really mad. And then insisted that the game having 80% positive reviews on Steam means that They said the game having 80% positive reviews means that if you ask anybody who's played the game, they give it an 8 out of 10. That's how they interpreted that statistic. Take that as you will. Dentiga. Dentiga. They don't have many games to champion anymore. Yeah, I think, I actually hope, because I love eating popcorn, I hope this makes more game devs just make, like, gooner female characters and then just have everything else about the game is ass, because they're not actually good game developers. But then they realize the secret formula is to put boob slop. That way you have a legion of fans to defend your game from any criticism, because they can just write it off as woke. Then we'll have some top tier slop to play. Yeah, every game from now on needs a designated boob girl, a DBG. The designated boob girl's role in the game is to deflect any kind of criticism to the game. The token boob, DBG. That's how you rally certain flavor of capital G gamers to defend your game. They just boobily exist. Yeah, the criticism just gets parried off the boobs bouncing. That's top tier. Devs should include that. That's an actual DEI hire. The designated boob girl. Perfect. Yes. Maybe add 2, I don't know, why not? Cup size to game sales? Well, if you explain cup sizes to 90% of people, they would understand it wrong. Because let me tell you, if a 28DD is the same as a 30D, which is the same as a 32B, which is the same as a 34A, in terms of boob volume. Or rather, 34A is the same boob volume as 32B, which is the same as 30C, which is the same as 28D/28DD, because it depends on the ribcage size relative to the cup size. Knight to d6. Checkmate in 2. Or something. I don't know, I'm not a chess. Reese? Reese. How do you open? Pawn to e6. Ash to e10. Yeah. I saw James Gunn. He's directing the new Superman, right? I saw him throw shade at Snyder. It was fucking hate, and he absolutely should. Fuck Snyder. Because apparently there's Snyder fans, all 6 of them, are like trying to organize a boycott or something. Because they're like, no, the Snyder universe or something. And then James Gunn was like, I think we'll be fine because I think all the 6 guys won't really have much of an impact. I mean, between James Gunn and Snyder, I pick James Gunn. Snyder's a hack. Why don't Snyder fans just go, instead of bouncing on it crazy style on Snyder, why don't they just go watch Solo Leveling? They obviously don't care about story and writing. Just go watch some, like, Aura Farm thing. Haven't seen Rebel Moon? Has anyone seen Rebel Moon? Maybe like 4 people in the world. And 6 of them were Snyder fans. And then 2 other people were just there because they had like a free movie membership. What is Rebel Moon? It's his flop. His flopina. Yeah, it's a Kia. Oh, that's why it sounded familiar. That's the fucking jingle from Batman Arkham Jonkling. You can't fucking trick me. Batman Arkham jingle sound. I knew that Jonkling was familiar. You can't fucking trick me, Jonkler. It's the bat! Dun 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 dun. Oh yeah, I remember that. I killed... Yeah, it was right when I killed him, and then my game crashed because I talked shit about Miyazaki, and it didn't save, and I had to kill him all over again. I fucking remember that. Need here. I can't believe Moog beat the allegations. When I killed him, Moog had dialogue after it took too long, and I had to do it. Wasn't that when I crashed, or was that after? I don't remember. I just remember I had to kill him again, yeah. Moog 9 times. Elden Ring is such a good game. So much cool, like, epic stuff. Yeah. No, he beat the allegations, you stupid fuck. He was charmed by Mikola. God! I bet you're a Zack Snyder fan. No, he wasn't a kidnapper pedophile, but I think he was still evil because he looked evil. Yeah, he literally looks evil. Therefore, he's equal. I think if something is like wearing a lot of red, they're usually evil. It's because of the Sith. Look down real quick. Where? What music is this? This is the Nameless King. What's the Witcher sex jingle? I don't know if I know that one. Forgot about Lego Star Wars. Well, I have to finish the movies first. That's the problem. The me and fuck music is copyrighted. This is a Poker Man's dungeon reference? I don't even know what that is. I'm just drawing some nice hills. Yay! Maybe. Just the two of us. is this? Osarios? Is that the one that smashes its baby? They should have kept that in the game. The baby smashing. Oisolate, yeah. Oisolate. Why don't they just make more Elden Ring DLCs? Thoughts, Miyazaki? I think it's probably because he's bored. And he wants to make new stuff. Because he likes making new stuff. Wait, did Elden Ring win Game of the Year? I forgot. I think it did, right? It did? Oh. I think he just wants to make something new, to be honest. Because when you make stuff, you get like, it gets stale to you. Making the same related thing instead of making something new. That's really sad. I mean, being annoying is like fine, but being boring, ooh, that probably hurt more. You the kid that says name 10 books? I don't know. Do you think he was trying to be like those the Rizzler kid Costco guy TikTok people or something? I don't know what I don't know. Oh, it was pre-Rizzler. Yeah, I think he just wanted to be infamous and have like a following of people that liked him for his antics, but unfortunately people just didn't really care. Locked away in the Kia asylum. New FNAF game? Dude, is it made by the same guy that makes all the other FNAF games? Because that guy's a dog shit game developer. His games are ass and they're so boring. I couldn't even finish some of the... It was really boring. Like, they're just boring. Oh, did I play Security Breach? I'm not sure. Aren't the Five Nights at Freddy's fans like 30 now? Are they still going crazy over this? Five Nights at Freddy fans, it gives me a 30-year-old that wears their diva backpack to their corporate job vibes. It's not, I mean, the game's, it's just the gameplay is a bit outdated. I think to make FNAF better and more modernized is they basically have to make it like Resident Evil 2. Maybe minus the guns. And you have to like walk around and solve puzzles instead of doing the same thing. All roads lead to Resident Evil 2. I don't think I played Security Breach. There was this one game that was like a haunted arcade thing. I would love to go to Leon's bed. Oh my god, Carlos. And his big arms. Hello, Carlos. From Resident Evil 3 Remake. Carlos, Resident Evil 3 Remake topless. Flirting. Leon Resident Evil 4 Remake topless. That's his penis. Restart? I like how fucked up his face looks in 4. He's too baby-faced in 2. I like men that look like, what's that guy's name in Tekken that he looks like shit? Like, he looks like he's really fucked up. Dragunov, yeah. Dragunov. That guy's face is so fucked. This is my ideal man. And he's probably like 25 or something. This is my ideal man. John mained him and he pissed you off. Yeah, and then I beat the fuck out of John with Kazuya after playing for 1 day. And then John never wanted to play ever again after. And he was playing for like... Wasn't he playing for like a week before or something? What other, is there, like, what kind of other fucked up anime men is there? I need to condense a list. So I know I'm playing Alters in, I said I was gonna play Alters at 1, but now I need to, like, consolidate a list of all fucked up men. Dragunov, Tekken, so we gotta include him in here. I like... Yeah, I was just thinking that guy. That Hashira guy. My taste in men. Let me get this picture. That's a really bad photo. Is this AI? Better not be AI. What other men are... Wait, this is a better picture. Sexy Giovanni Pokemon. Okay, he's not like sexy here, but well, I think he looks sexy. Giovanni. Who's Kiyoraku? Oh, this guy? It's been a long time since I've seen Bleach. He's okay. Scar from Lion King? That is an animal! That is an animal! Bird from Night Rain. Who else? Oh, I fucking love Illumi. I forgot. Yeah. Daph's page of sexy men. What other anime there? He freaks you out? Wait, why? He didn't do anything weird. Sidon from League of Legend? From Legend of Zelda? Whoops, I read that wrong. Sidon Legend. His personality annoys me. Toji JJK. I guess he's okay. Yeah, he can make the list. With his like penis thing. I'm not really sure what that is. I don't think I made it that far. Ganondorf. Wait, Ganondorf is kind of sexy. Yo. Hello. Yeah, he is very sexy, man. Oh yeah! Sub-Zero! Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero from the new one. Pyramid Head. Wait, how can I forget about Baki? Bucky. No, not Baki, it's just Bucky. Not actually the Baki guy. They can get it. What's the theme of the art? I don't know, I just started collecting pictures of sexy men for some reason. I'm not sure why. Yeah, I wish I had a printer so I could put it on my wall. What is this flavor of men called? Big. Pickled? Wait, I forgot about Psychopaths. This guy, I mean, I don't really know this guy though. Hard boiled? This is Dangerous Men. The Dangerous Men list. Oh my god, yeah, the tall Godskin Apostle. This is true. This guy. That guy is sexy. Why is, okay, that's because like any Love and Deep Space guys are, it's just cheating. Like no shit they would be on here. It's like obviously they will be on here. This is cheating. Putting Silas on there is cheating. Yeah, too easy. Ouch, Bruno. Youch! How do I can't, I don't know where he is. Just... Man, whatever. Bounce on it crazy style. Oh yeah, Thanatos, but not front-facing Thanatos. Hello, Zag. Yeah, this is my favorite flavor of men. A little bit strange. Dark and mysterious and strange. Yeah, emo hunks, I think. Well, Carlos is like, he's okay. Nightwing, ooh, Nightwing ass? Why is his ass so big? Why is it so big? Holy shit, his ass is massive. I like this Nightwing. Oh yeah, Venom! How can I forget? Just not the guy actor. I don't like that guy. Venom dunking. This one's sick. Dunking Venom. Owned. Do I like evil Venom? Yeah, I think he should be evil because it's more fun. Well, I'm not sure what I was doing with this. If I had a printer, I would print this out. Wait, Nightwing disco suit. Watting! Wow. Very nice. Hello. The goon page. By Goon Page. If they add him to Marvel Rivals, yeah, I'm sure they'll be adding Nightwing to Marvel Rivals. Yeah. Woman version? Close it. Oops. Saving that for later. Woman. Why is it so crusty? Oh, there we go. And her girlfriend. They both look very cooling. I watched Bleach when I was a kid. I like Game Yennefer. Jill Valentine. Oh, this one's a crusty one. Okay, she's not. Okay, this is just a very beautiful woman from Andor. She's just a very beautiful woman. I did really like Minthara. She's really funny. There was someone. Oh yeah, Gemma. Wait, this is real people. We're just doing real people. Sorry, I guess I don't really like a lot of real men, just fictional men. But I like real women. And fictional woman. I need to think down my list of games I played. Regina from Dino Crisis? What the fuck is that? Oh yeah, Catwoman. Hey, I read this one. That's the One Bad Day cover. Well, I guess if you're adding Catwoman, you might as well add Black Cat. And Poison Ivy, true. I love Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy. Easy. Hello, beautiful. Like, this art is insane. This is very nice art. Okay, Black Cat, get the fuck out of here. Pushes her off. Makes space for a better diva. Hello. Oh, of course, Bayonetta. That's a diva. Oh, Zatanna! I forgot about Zatanna. Magic girl. Then Raven! I like the adult Raven designs. She looks really cool. Dimitresque, true. Oh, that one lady from House of Cards. I thought she was really cunt. I'm adding her in. Blackfire. I mean, Blackfire is okay. I'm not. I think she's like alright. I think her design is cool though. The glowing purple is cool. 02. If you said 02 means you failed the literacy test. That means you have fallen for the trap. 02 is made to appeal to loser guys like you. Like, genuinely, if you find 02 appealing, it's because you're, like, a loser. Because they are written to appeal to pathetic guys. Hence the Manic Pixie Dream Girl personality. Wait, look at these two bad bitches. As for loser bitches, man. Now I'm just looking at superhero work. I never watched Kim Possible. Wait, does... Okay, him is a guy. But this is a list of divas. And he's a diva, so he makes it. Wait, then how can I forget the... Oh yeah, Harry Bell is cool. With her like under boob window. I think that's enough. Divas. I didn't put a star in. That's because I got bored of him.